Hey, welcome to a new week. Vision Has Value series. Thank you for watching the replay. Hello, everybody. Hello. Latoya De'Shaun here. I'm excited. Let me go ahead and put this on here so we can get it going. Usually I like to play some music, but because they block it in different countries, I do not want anyone to miss this session right now. So as a result, I am not playing any music, but let me go ahead and turn off my fan because I want you guys to hear me, okay? Thank you guys for showing. Okay. So 5 ways to avoid being scammed. I'm really excited to talk about this topic. Of course, we have Aya Jones here. Again, it always looks like this is on Against the Lean, but it's really not. I like Aya having her eye on me and on us as we got here in this entertainment industry, okay? Want to hopefully hope that some people join in today. If not, I know that you guys will eventually take a look because vision does have value. And whenever you see this, this is going to be useful for you. For what I have created in my business is a transformational framework that allows you to let go of your ego and really move into a space where you serve clients in the entertainment industry who really high profile client, high end clients, but you yourself has to see yourself as the high end person as well. So it takes a lot of confidence. It takes a lot of accountability to do that, and it takes certainly time. So I want to get right into it. You guys got here, you're here, and I appreciate that. Let me go ahead and get right to my notes and just talk about why I decided to do a talk on this. Just so you guys know, we did a talk last week about answering your questions via email. If you want to be on my email list, please send me an email saying with your email address, because I want to make sure that you're getting behind the scenes info. And also I just send tips and tricks on how to navigate the entertainment industry, leadership development stuff, all that good stuff. So, but I decided to talk about 5 ways to avoid being scammed in the entertainment industry because of this week's activities. And I don't really want to mention it too much, and I don't really want to say names because it is the industry, and a lot of what happened was not necessarily eye-opening for me, but if you're a person who are not in the industry, you need to know sort of the unwritten rules and the unwritten codes so that you yourself make sure that you don't get scammed in this industry. I know for myself, listening to the news of people not really doing contracts right, or just not really taking care of folk the same way, especially when we all Black people, that's something I really don't like. That is the reason why I built a Patent Leather Project. That's why I have a leadership development company that assists in the personal and professional development of high-profile celebrities, athletes, creatives, and anyone else bombarded by the media because of stuff like what happened this past weekend, okay? And so we do have people in the industry who are behind the scenes making it rock and roll. We've seen that throughout the movies. We've seen this that throughout the trajectory of entertainment, that people really have a way to navigate. I myself, as I'm formalizing my new business and making sure that I navigate a certain kind of way because I want to make sure that I am productive, that I make the money that I want and get the freedom that I deserve. So that led me to talking about 5 ways to avoid being scammed. Give me a second because the wind is blowing and I gotta have some version of getting some air right now because I don't want to have the fan on and it is really hot. So let me go ahead and take care of that. Go ahead and close that. Yep. All right. She's back. She's back. Thank you guys for your patience all the time. As you guys know, when you are an entrepreneur, especially a Black woman, a lot of times you're running the show on your own. So thank you guys so much for your patience in just working with me as I get myself together and ready to go. Let me go ahead and put on a mic so that you guys can hear me. And let's change the tune of this. All right. A different kind of way now. Hello. Latoya De'Shaun, and she's back. Alrighty, so let's get back to it. So I just noticed that there were things that were being said and that I didn't really agree with, but just seemed like a culture of let's continue to play the same game that has been played in entertainment for decades and decades now. So I myself have been a person who has navigated the entertainment industry, have been here for a while, over a decade, can certainly lend my experience and expertise and let you know 5 ways that you can avoid being scammed by the entertainment industry. Okay, like you really don't have to go through what we have been going through in entertainment. Okay, so 5 ways. Go ahead and get your notes out. Go ahead and be ready. We have about 40 more minutes. I plan on being on this call. I want to make sure that I give you everything you need, and any questions that you may ask me, go ahead and put them in the chat. I'll make sure I take care of you. So 5 ways to avoid being scammed in the entertainment industry. Let's go ahead and let's start with number 1. Okay, so the number 1 way, well, 5. So the 5th way to get scammed in the entertainment industry is you need to know your worth to avoid it. So you need to know your worth, and a part of that is being curious about who you are. Okay, a lot of times we don't know who we are, and so we're operating with an unknown identity, and so we don't really know the moves that we're making and the impact that it has on our life. And so that's why being curious about who we are lends itself to the kind of clients we go and get, the jobs that we may take that don't serve us, the overwhelm that we might experience that we don't need to, right? So you need to really be curious about who you are, just to know, like, hey, this is not a person that I want to work with, right? I don't like their energy. It could be something as simple as they take 2 months to respond back to you, right? But you know that they're on the internet all the time. Or, it could just be you guys are corresponding, and then all of a sudden you're just corresponding, and then you're still reaching out there to make sure. It's like, do you know who you are? Is that really what you want? Is that what you want to tolerate? No. So you need to really be curious about who you are. And then also, in knowing your work, you need to know the skills that you provide. So again, what I teach is skills to pay the bills inside of my Leadership Academy, and this specifically we talk about what are your skills that you bring to the table, soft skill, hard skills, but just everything from the culmination of your life. Okay, so what is it that you actually provide when you're wanting to work with whatever kind of clients you have? Excuse me, guys, I did not close this door again. Okay. Alrighty, and we're back. So knowing the skills that you provide. Let me pause a moment and talk about my Leadership Accelerator, specifically for creatives who want to be celebrity and get entertainment clients. And so I work with beauty creatives who want to get clients in entertainment, and I do an 8-week Leadership Academy where I walk women through the process of learning and again being curious about who they are, and to articulating the skills that they provide, and moving them along so that they are really prepped to work with the high-end clients that they desire to work with. The last thing I want to mention in knowing your worth is being able to articulate the service you offer. So it's not just about being able to know what you offer. It's also, you need to be able to articulate that. Okay, if you can't say, yeah, I'm Latoya De'Shaun and I'm a personal makeup artist to high profile clientele, then then they're not going to see the confidence. They're not going to know that you've prepared for your business, right? In my business, we have the everything on purpose, and everything on purpose is, for me, a framework that I created, but really just the guiding principles that I use to guide my life, to make sure I'm accountable for myself and I move out of my own way. Okay, and so you need to be able to articulate that. And so right now, I'm Latoya De'Shaun, Transformational Leader and Strategist to the entertainment industry, and I assist in the professional and personal development of high-profile celebrities, athletes, creatives, and anyone bombarded by the media. Period. Okay, so not only with it being able to know the skills you provide, you need to be able to articulate what you do and the service that you provide. Okay. And so again, knowing your worth is a big part, because I always tell people that people in the industry are waiting for you to lack worthiness, to not know what you bring to the table, to not know how that converts into sales, what you should charge. And so oftentimes when you don't know your worth, it leads to overwhelm, it leads to frustration, and it leads to a fear of really moving forward. And so we don't want you to do that, because this game is never about anybody else. It's always about you and the past you. So I encourage you to, if you want to avoid being scammed in entertainment or anywhere, you have to know your worth before you go into the door. Okay? Alrighty. Know your worth, guys. And that's number 5. So that it's only going to get more and more important as we go down the list. Okay. And so the next one that I want to talk about, let me go ahead and pull it up here. Let me pull it up. Okay. So the next thing you want to do is you want to be your own gatekeeper. Right. And so what we saw this weekend in the past activities is that when you have gatekeepers around, they essentially control your moves. They control how far you can go in the industry or just whatever you are doing. That's the definition of a gatekeeper. They are sort of the ins and out of the industry, whatever industry you're in. And so when you are being your own gatekeeper, that means, you're not relying on someone else to get you your clients. You're not relying on what they say and how they represent you. You are doing your own research. Okay, so who it is you want to reach out to. You have an idea why you want to reach out to them and how it impacts your business and your service. So you don't need anyone to articulate that value for you. Again, if you know your worth, you already know how to articulate that value. So go ahead and do your own research. Get to know the people that you want to work with. And then you, by knowing your worth, will be able to get in there and state what it is you're there to do and to serve in terms of that client. So again, hearing the word gatekeeper so many times this past weekend made me realize, well, no matter how much we work in the business, like, will the integrity of it never be there? Will we always be fighting for our place and space in our places of work? And I know that with anything worth having, that it's worth fighting for, but I also know that we can get ahead of the game by doing our own research, right? Moving in and everything on purpose way and getting in front of everything we want instead of on the back of everything we want. So do your own research. You're your own gatekeeper in this industry. Find the clients and the connections you want. Again, so when you're doing your own research, then you have clarity on the kind of vibe and the energy of clients that you want to deal with. By taking a look at what they do and what they stand for, you can see if it resonates with yourself. Because ultimately, you've created this business. You should enjoy this business every day. And you should do that by finding the kind of clients and connections that you want, right? This is all about an energy exchange here in being your own gatekeeper, right? You're going to be the anchor of the energy that is around you and your brand that you're building. And then you're going to be your own brand authority. And so bring your own brand authority is, again, just how I stated very plainly that this is what we do. I'm a transformational leader and strategist for the entertainment industry, and I assist in the personal and professional development of high-profile celebrities, athletes, creatives, and anyone else bombarded by the media. My brand authority is that I've worked in entertainment for over a decade, that I've also worked throughout beauty and retail and have broken records at the second largest store in the world. I also have worked really closely to boutiques who have prepared the highest profile. And so I have trained under international artists, as well as I have my own history of my own high profile clients that I assist and that I'm still assisting and get referrals daily to be able to help out. That is my brand authority, along with the fact that I have a master's degree in international higher education with an emphasis on transformational leadership. And so again, this is what I bring to the table to say, hey, when you want to mess with me and you want to talk about entertainment and you want to talk about leadership development, I'm a brand authority. I have over a decade doing this, right? Really, I have over 2 decades if you want to include my experience with service-based businesses that goes back to 14 years old. But I can talk about the results in that business. I can talk about what happened, and I can link it to the high-profile clients that I seek to assist today. And so again, you know what you've done, you know what you accomplished. Can no one else qualify you? Remember, God already did it through Jesus, and you just need to tap into your brand authority so that, again, you're your own gatekeeper. You can go in there with your own research, fully knowledgeable about the clients you want to serve and knowing what you bring to the table. Right? That whole gatekeeper conversation, I mean, it's always nice to have people who can pass your name along and send it along. But in the entertainment industry, it costs. And these are like 4 and 5 figure dollar amounts to be able to pass your name with the hopes of maybe nothing happening. And so when I heard that, I was just like, I know for damn sure I'm not competing with that. You better know it. I am not competing with that because I'm a lose. And I don't need to do that. Like, I know my worth. I know my value. I know what I bring to the table. Okay. And so number 4 reason you need to be your own gatekeeper in this industry, because no one is going to take care of you better than you're going to take care of yourself. Okay. Let's go ahead to the 3rd reason. We're moving right along. I'm doing really, really good, you know. Yes, I am saving the live. It'll also be on YouTube right after. Again, I know that if people don't listen to it now, that someone will find it useful for them. And thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate that. Let's get on to number 3. But hold on, let me just stop sharing for a minute, y'all. Let's just check out the makeup, check out the look. Like, she's still trying to do it. Like, I just wrote about me being in severe pain yesterday, and I'm still in pain, and I was really just having a moment before I got on camera because I'm not really up to it, and I'm just hoping that the pain subsides. I'll talk more about my PPMD that I suffer with, but I just wanted to show up for you guys. I wanted to show up for beauty creatives. I want to show up for people who may not know the way and they need direction. And so that means so much to me that you guys are here and you guys are watching the replay. Thank you so much. It is my honor to serve, and I appreciate you. Alrighty. So let's get over here to number 3. I hope you guys are still paying attention and that you're still here with us. Okay. Nope, that's not it. Why did I just do that? So let me give you the one that it should be. Got it. Here we go. Never pay to be in the room. So this is 5 ways to avoid being scammed in entertainment. Number 3 ways. The 3rd way is you don't pay to be in the room. So we just talked about that in terms of gatekeepers who are there to help people get in the room, and usually it comes at a price. Never pay to be in the room. Don't do it. You do not have to do it. One of the first advice that I got that was really useful when I moved to LA, but it's just useful when getting these kind of gigs, is that you need to really spend time sitting back, and just figuring out who you are and how you want to do your career in LA, right? Because you won't have to pay for any of these spaces when you are very clear on who you are, right? An actor who won 2 Oscars right now told me this advice when I first moved here. He was like, you're going to get most of your gigs by just sitting back and laying low at the house and figuring it out. It's not like Chicago. It's not like New York where you got to be outside and stuff. And even still, I think times they have a change. But back then he was like, nope, you're going to stay inside. And it was about maybe 4 to 5 years later that I really realized what he was talking about. And I've never worked so much when I've stayed at home just trying to figure it out. I do not go out here and get in the room just to be there, right? Because a lot of times you're just there and nothing is even happening in the first place. So you need to be very, again, all those other things I told you before, and just know that you never have to pay for it, that you can get in these rooms with hard work and with hard clarity, a hard look at your life. And so the first reason why you want to never pay to be in the room is because you have a purpose, right? You have a purpose, and whatever is there for you, will never miss you. And that's just something that you need to know. Whatever is for you will never miss you. You have a purpose on this world, and God is going to make sure that you get to that purpose. He is relentless about you getting to your purpose. He wants that for you. And so he just wants you to get more in tune with him and who he is and what he has for your life. You never have to pay in the room, right? Jesus already paid the price. The other thing is that alignment is crucial, right? You don't want to just be in any room, right? You don't, like, for example, and I don't want to say it out loud because I may not want to be in the room for makeup, but I want to be in the room for leadership development. So I don't want to say this person's name, but I don't feel like we will be aligned in terms of the makeup, just the demands of what that world would mean if I go and work with this client. And I just don't even have a desire to be worked in that way. It does not matter to me. But in terms of this client being developed in a leadership capacity, I'm very much here for that. And I would love to work with her in leadership development. And so I think that the alignment would be amazing. And that's why I'm not going to say her name, because I feel strong about the alignment. It's something I've talked about for years, wanting to work with this client, and you never know. So alignment is crucial, though. It really helps to gauge how you go about your daily life. See, I won't even mention this person's name or nothing. I didn't even mention the folks' name earlier, the reason why we had this talk. Because I don't know yet what rooms and spaces God wants me to be in to keep me going. I know that I don't need to say the names now. I know that that's counterproductive to what I'm here to do. I know that when I was listening to the madness this weekend, that all I was thinking about was y'all. And that's who I made sure I showed up for, right? Because I am aligned with the people I'm here to serve. Well, hold on, let me take this off because I'm preaching now. Hold on. I am aligned to be on this earth to serve who are my people, right? And when I wrote the vision and make it plain for my life, God said, you're going to work with women who are struggling with a lack of guidance, who are discouraged due to limiting beliefs, who have issues with CPTSD, who have family, especially mom trauma, all these things that I saw. God told me it's not for me. If it was me, I ain't no way in the world all those things I just named that I'd want to be doing. But I know the purpose that's on my life, and I know the vision that he has for my life. And like I said, what he has for me, I ain't gonna miss it. And my job is to get in alignment with him. So when we started our core of just getting alignment with how we're spiritually grounded, like that alignment in who we should be around and what gigs we should reach out for is also right there as well too. So I really I want you guys to know that alignment is real, and you do not have to rush anything, because whatever's for you, it just ain't gonna miss you. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Let me go ahead and get back to that. Okay, so alignment is crucial. The last thing on never pay to be in the room is develop good habits. Come on, never pay in a room, never pay to be in the room. I already know I'm going to have to do something else just on this slide, because you have a purpose. Alignment is crucial in developing good habits. That's a whole sermon right there. Let's just go past the collection plate, get it going. Let's go. Because, baby, you should never pay to be in the room, and you need to develop good habits that helps you reach to the level of where your purpose is, to where your obedience is, right? To where your faith is, to where your keep going spirit is, right? You don't have to pay to be in a room when you have developed a system, when you've created your practices every day, right, that you hold fast to, so that you make sure that you continue to soar and to find your ideal client and the people that you want to work with, right? Developing those good habits allows you to see just in general, the community, the levels of which you have been really existing that has not served you. Okay? I just want to pause for a little bit of brand colors, okay? This is a brand color. Actually, this isn't, but I just like orange. What am I talking about? Keep moving on. That ain't even a brand. I'm tripping. So development is crucial, okay? And so I want to make sure that you guys know that you need to have really great habits, because habits are the only way that you're going to see your results in action. Okay, so let me just go ahead and go to the ELP leadership pyramid of habits. And we talked about this before. I talk about it a lot because basically after you establish guiding principle, which is the first part of my framework, then you institute those and create a new practice by creating new habits, right? So write the vision, make it plain, then show up and show out for yourself. It's pretty much the slang way we're gonna say it. I'm gonna find some even more slang ways to say it. And so again, you got to be spiritually grounded. So go ahead and set those tasks up the same way I keep saying. Jesus has already paid the price, and you're already worthy. Spirit already is how you ground yourself, how you affirm yourself, right? You look at your health, right? If you cannot have enough stamina to withstand what it is that you want to do, then you need to get serious about your health. Your mental health is just as important. The relationships are going to be the most important part, because that is the part you're going to stumble mostly, because it's going to be hard for you to do away with the things that don't serve you and to see a world where you're more in alignment with what God has for your life. But you can do it, okay? Because you're worthy. He chose you. It's done. Career and finance, we just write the vision and we make it plain, and we watch God move. We watch him work and we move and watch him show up and show out. Y'all, LA literally is the loudest place ever in life. Let me go close the windows. I'm just gonna have to be really hot. Okay, give me a second. It's crazy to me, like how okay, I think it's off now because that was just tearing me up, y'all. Okay, again, my goal is to make sure I'm here for y'all. And I just thank you guys for still being here and working with me through this LA. Okay, if you guys watch Boys in the Hood, Boys in the Hood gives you a really great idea of how life is in LA, with just the insistent noise all the time. You just really can't get away from it. You cannot. All right. Write the vision and make it plain, and that again, that's your skills. And so once you just really get the skills that pay the bills, then you are good to go. And then your resources, I have the oasis of resources. So even if you are stumbling and you don't necessarily know how to get out of those systems that you're in that aren't serving you, I can help you out there as well too. Go ahead and send me a DM. Let me know you're ready to join Leadership Academy, that you're ready to work with these high profile clients, that you're ready to live this life of freedom, and you're ready to operate in confidence and be more accountable and get out of your own way. You are ready to soar, okay, and enter the dreaming zone. But that's how you develop good habits, according to me. So just wanted you guys to know that you too can do that. Alrighty, so you have a purpose. Alignment is crucial, and you develop good habits. There's no reason why you never need to pay to be in the room, right? This is a scam of all scams. Don't do it. Let's go over to number 4. Well, let me just check myself out, right? I'm a makeup artist, so I just like, this is going to happen. Let it happen. Let me make sure I'm okay so that I can get back to things, okay? Because it's hot. The sounds have been going off. I had to get up 3 times, okay? I'm feeling like I'm not in control. And I don't like it. But I am hoping that you guys are with me, because the value of what's happening on this call is better, okay, than what's happening outside, right? I am hot, sweating, and I'm still here, and I will be here as long as you guys need the help and need the service, okay? Number 2 reason, we are getting down to the end. Let me tell you the second reason, to avoid being scammed in the entertainment industry. Where is it at? Here we go. Don't be desperate. I'm talking to my people right now. Don't be desperate. Because while you're out here being desperate, you're showing up around your friends and your people in ego. Okay, your ego is out here saying, I'm all that and a bag of chips. Okay, you can't stop me. No, you can't. But meanwhile, you're out here operating in desperation, hoping that folks see you and ask for your services. I can tell you right now, that ain't gonna happen. You are not gonna be desperate and be booked. I need to write that down. You're not going to be desperate and be booked. Let me write that. You are not going to be desperate and be booked. Yes, Lord, because you are not. I remember one of my mentors when I first decided to seek mentorship in my industry, because I also had like a business mentor that I was just seeking out, but I needed one specifically in my industry. She looked at my emails that I was writing, that I was cold calling. The first thing she said to me is, "You're desperate." I said, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, you're desperate. Like, you're begging them to hire you. Like, why are you doing that?" And I was just like, "Well, child, because I don't know. Okay, that's why you here. Because I'm not afraid to say I don't know. I'm not afraid to get the help that I need. I don't know. I didn't know I was being desperate." So she told me, and she didn't use these words, but I'm going to say it, operated with conviction. Know that you belong in the space that you're applying to work in. Know that you are qualified to do it. If you're not, you're going to show up. But that's not their problem. That's not their worry. And that's not what you need to convey. She sat me down and she told me the exact kind of email to write. I include this in my negotiation script inside of Leadership Academy. Go ahead and let me know you want to be in Leadership Academy if you want to get your hands on a negotiation script. But she told me, and it was one of the first things that I did to begin getting more gigs, and one of the things that started to change my life. I already told y'all it goes down in the DM. Like, I've done a presentation and talk on stages about it. It goes down in the DM when you're working with high-end clients, but it's the way it goes down. And one way is operating in conviction. You must. You also need to know yourself. Again, we talked about this in number 5. Know your worth, but just know who you are. Because people can tell when you don't know. And one thing about the elite is that they have gone through quite a journey with themselves and their identity. They have left spaces and places that were not accepting of the dreams that they had as well too. We are all the same. And so they know when you don't know yourself. And so the best that they can do is, if they choose to hire you, lowball you. And that's what usually happens to our creatives out here. We're usually lowball because we're desperate. And they can tell really good work too, right? We can tell when it's amazing. But as long as you don't know your work, we're not about to tell you. I have other things to do. Only I don't want to say me. I've started a whole leadership development company to assist in the personal and professional transformation of high-profile clients, celebrities, creatives, and anyone else bombarded by the media. Baby, I'm here for your transformation. Know yourself. If you don't, I help you get there. I help you discover it. Go through an assignment called Behind Every Face is a Story. Right? Reflecting on that leads you to knowing who you are so that you're not operating in desperation. And the last thing, control your ego. I really want you to throw your ego in the trash. But until you can throw it in the trash, control your ego. And controlling your ego means being honest with who you are and how you're showing up, being accountable for how shitty it might be, and even how amazing it is, right? You need to know, because all you're doing is letting us know you think you're all that, but you're desperate when you're asking for the gig. But see, I know that. You're not fooling me no more, because I was you. I was doing it, and my mentor told me I was basically desperate. I'm not mad at her. Where's the lie? You know, where's the lie? When I stopped being desperate, my entire life changed. I'll give you an example before we go to the last reason. A few years ago, before my life changed, I was always saying, hey, I love the heat. In LA, there's no ventilation, blah, blah, blah. When in the wintertime, it's pretty cold to me. And I'm from Chicago, no judgment. I don't care, your mama, whatever. But my heat bill was coming back like a lot of money, y'all. I was like, who does this? And then I would get the bill and just have a moment in the car, just hyperventilating. What I'm gonna do? Why is it like this? All the time. And, I remember, God reminded me that when I was a teenager that I would argue with my mom and always say, because she would charge me. She's like, if you turn the heat up, I'm charging you $5. Because we did lived in Chicago and it's cold there. And I was like, I don't care. I'm going to always have the heat up. And so when I get the letter and I was falling out over the bills, it would cause me to go take gigs that, I took a gig for 12 hours a day for $75 for a few weeks. I mean, talk about desperation. I mean, a gig that takes over an hour to get to, $125 a day, just to say I'm working in TV and film. I've been there, and I know you want to go where I've been. But see, I want to move you beyond it. I want to help you not even have to go through it. Because that's some desperation right there. And I had no one there, no mentorship, no guidance, no anyone telling me that I could try it another way, that I don't have to be desperate. And so I'm so serious, you guys. You do not have to be desperate for the things that you want. You can work with the clients of your dreams. You can command the dollar amount that you want. You can get the freedom and the peace that you desire. Let me get to number one reason, okay? I think I done built it up. Let's do it. It's almost time to go, okay? And I want to make sure you guys are fully equipped. So let me go ahead and give you guys the last reason, right? The last way to avoid being scammed in the entertainment industry. Baby, do it like it's my B-Day, right? Because when you write the vision and make it plain, do it like it's my B-Day, okay? Do it like it's my B-Day. When you write your vision and make it plain, right? You get clear on those goals. You are clear. You know where you want to go. So when we were talking about gatekeepers and knowing your worth and don't be desperate, when you write that vision and make it plain, you are very clear. Right? Only I work with you to help you get clear for the rest of your life. I get you in the dreaming zone. I get you aligned. I get you in purpose. But I know one thing, you better get clear on them goals. Another thing is you have to pace yourself. So once you write the vision and make it plain, right? The vision is the vision. The vision is a moving thing, right? It's not a mission, what you do every day, right? You create your mission from your vision. But your vision is how things move. So although you might want something today, you want it to still look like this as it's growing and as it's being bigger and as you're transforming and all that other stuff. So the vision is a journey, and you need to pace yourself for the journey that you're now on, right? The life that you really want to live. Pace yourself, guys. It's just you against you now. Not anybody else, not the people you keep lying to, not your friends who know you ain't making no money. You're still splitting the bill. Wait till you get to a point where you ain't got to split that bill, y'all. Life is different. You splitting that bill, I know what's up. And so you need to pace yourself because it's coming, right? You write that vision and make it plain. Ooh-wee. I show you how to get so specific. Ain't no doubt about it. Game over. And the last thing, fast money don't make money. All these things I said, knowing your worth, being your own gatekeeper, not paying to be in the room, and not being desperate, it's going to allow you to get to the money that's long lasting, that's sustainable, that builds legacy, that gives you freedom, that allows you to take vacations for over a month, that allows you to help your family. Fast money don't make money, y'all. Not in entertainment. Trust me, you're going to get scammed. Write your vision and make it plain. You owe it to yourself, and you owe it to all that God has done for you to get clear about the life you want to live for the rest of your life. At Patent Leather Project, the whole entire company, the vision of the company is to bring truth and accountability to leadership and to life. And how we live that out as a mission, we shift mindsets, we build strategy, and transform the most dynamic leaders, the most dynamic people around the world to lead impactful business, transformational businesses. That's what I do. And I've created a leadership academy to help do that. I've also created another level to assist the corporations and the high profile talent. I am here for you. Okay. Write the vision, make it plain. If you have not learned anything today, you know that you just need to sit down with yourself. Because none of what I told you had to do with anybody else. This is all about you and what you can do. You don't need anything to do it but a sheet of paper, a pen, your phone. You can also come on over here and get you some leadership development with me. 8 weeks we go hard. Lifetime membership, inner circle experience, negotiation scripts, a business vault. I help get you on purpose. Who's willing to transform their life and become a creative, who works on purpose, who's not desperate, who knows their worth, and commanding a nice rate for their services? Who's willing to do it? Because I know my goal at the end of 2022 is to transform the lives of 250 women. Right? You see how clear I am? Because I wrote the vision and made it plain. At the end, 250 women will be transformed, and we just getting started. I want to leave you with one thing before I go, because I'm doing a private session tomorrow with my students on Write the Vision and Make It Plain. And as I was preparing for that assignment, you guys get to see a little bit of the inside. And again, whoever watches this will know a little bit of my vision, because I haven't really said it out loud. But this is a little bit of how you can see. You can't see all of it, but it says in September 2021, I'll be heading to Botswana to begin my business. I'll stay in a beautiful home and have maids, and I've developed a curriculum that will, be at all these places, and I teach the trends, and I teach all over the world, and I will inspire and then have property and whatever else it's saying down there. I mean, it's saying a whole bunch of stuff. Let me go ahead and see if I can pull up the other page to it to see if that works, because I just want you guys to see that I only preach what I teach. Manifestations for the rest of my life. Okay, so I say hello to my husband. At the time, it was Papoose. He was just showing up and showing out, but I said someone like him. I mean, y'all, we get deep. And I ask you one question. I say, is this what you're willing to work on for the rest of your life? When you say yay, when you say yes, and when you feel aligned, maybe that life is changed. That life is changed. Ain't nothing about it the same. Patent Leather Project. The first luxury leadership development firm in entertainment to assist in the personal and professional development of high-profile celebrities, athletes, creatives, and anyone else bombarded by the media. I thank you guys for just your obedience and for just showing up. I mean, I love talking. I can teach all day long. It is my honor to serve. Every time I get up here, and there'll be more instances to do that, I am just happy. Oh, I got this. I did this whole presentation with this on my teeth, but it's okay. I am just happy. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I know God is in this. And for my fellow creative, if you believe, right? Because nothing can happen without belief. Then sky is the limit for you, right? Let me just go ahead and show the graph that shows that it's all about belief here. All right, this is my framework, my transformational leadership framework. Behind every face is a story. We enter the dreaming zone, and it all ends with community. But what do we need to start with? It's our belief. Thank you guys so much. Our next session, I either am going to do part 2 of answering your business questions, or I have another topic that I'm really excited about, basically careers in beauty entertainment and what that looks like, so that you guys know that it's not just makeup artist, hairstylist, lash technician. There's so many other positions for beauty creatives who want to get into entertainment, and I'm also going to be discussing that as well. Thank you guys so much for your obedience. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching the replay. I do not take it lightly. Please write in the comments how you feel about this session, what you've learned, what you're going to take with you to help you out in your career. And again, if you need my help, please send me a DM. Let me know that you want to get the mentorship. Let me know. Send me an email. I am here to serve you. Go ahead and, you can always click the link in my bio. There's ways to get in touch with me, you guys. www.latoyade'Shaun.com. PatentLeatherProject.com is coming up soon. ELP Leadership Academy is in the works. The podcast is on its way too, you guys. Leadership Development Accountability Journal is near. We got a lot of things coming up because I am here to serve you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Go and be great.